As the world's economy started to unravel in 2008, the U.S. government did what other governments have been doing for decades. They borrowed, and borrowed some more. The government's solution was to borrow like crazy and stimulate the economy, relying on future growth to pay the bills. This has been made possible by the fact that the dollar is still the world's reserve currency. Though investors are losing confidence in the dollar at an alarming rate, they simply don't have much in the way of other options, at least not yet. The truth is that markets correct themselves, no matter how much governments try to intervene. The folks in Washington have been able to slow the deterioration, raise the debt ceiling, bail out the banks, save some homeowners, fight 2 wars, and get themselves reelected again and again and again. What they can't do, however, is save the dollar. By pursuing these policies, they're destroying the one mechanism that makes the whole system work, the world's confidence in the U.S. dollar. We are already starting to see the cracks appearing. Just look at the price of gold. Remember that gold was at $35 per ounce when Nixon took us off the gold standard. On August 15, 2011, the 40-year anniversary of that day in 1971, gold was at $1,770 per ounce. That means that gold has appreciated in value by more than 5,000% in just 4 decades. Actually, that's not really true. It's not as though there is less gold today than there was in 1971. It's just that it takes much more work, much more money, and many more cows to buy that same ounce of gold. Gold hasn't actually increased. Everything else has gone down. 4 decades is not much time. That's not even a full generation. When you plan for your future, is it possible you need to think another 40 years down the road? If not, won't the economic landscape of the world matter to your children in 2052? The point is that if this current trend continues, the Great Pyramid Scheme will keep on robbing the end user. The end user, of course, is you. The only course of action left for private citizens is to take the situation by the horns and stop buying the cows. By holding U.S. dollars through this mess, we're effectively saying, sure, we believe this bill will hold its value, even though we've seen it do nothing but go down for the last 40 years. In a sense, we have to get back to the basics. We live in a world where the idea of investing must be replaced with the idea of saving. We live in a world where saving can't really be done by holding currency. Thankfully, we live in a world where we have the freedom to make our own choices, at least for now. It's no wonder more and more investors are flocking to gold. It's really the only way out of this Great Pyramid Scheme. Some folks say gold's in a bubble, but bubbles are the result of an artificially inflated sense of value. Over the long haul, gold is value, and thus doesn't artificially inflate. Even for those who bought gold in January of 1980, when it was at its previous all-time high, this simple fact holds true. Today, they have more than doubled their money, while the dollar has done nothing but fall apart. Like it or not, this is the new reality. Like it or not, gold may be the only option. The global economy can't go on booming forever on borrowed money, and the other shoe will drop. All we can do as individuals is protect ourselves and make sure none of us is the last farmer to buy the cow.